In this video, traders, we're going to look at what are the benefits of being a good trader, apart from potential financial benefits. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. So this is a question from Peter Smith, I believe. Thank you, Peter, for your question. I don't have your question in front of me, but it's stuck in my mind because I thought, what a great question. Thank you, sir, for asking this. And his question was around the lines of, okay, if you're a good trader, then the financial gains are obvious if you can get to a certain level, regardless what level that is for you, whether it's kind of a bit more money, whether it's kind of making a full-time career out of it, maybe it's proper Paul Tudor Jones style stuff. There's that obvious benefit. But what about other things that you get from trading? A super question, because it's often overlooked and there are a lot of good things. Now, we've talked about negatives in trading. We've kind of focused on some of the problems you can have with your health, with your this, with your that, with the other. And really I did that as, you know, guys, I do it to kind of inform you, to share with you. I don't want to stand up here and say it's the easiest thing in the world. You can go out there and you can trade and you can be this and you can be that and what have you. The real world is very, very different. There's a lot of downsides to it, but upsides, let's have a look. The number one, I guess, upside, if you like, if you want to call it an upside, is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the biggest thing. Let's just put it as an essay so we know what we're doing. Essay, self-awareness, understanding how you are thinking about things. You know, this is something that you never get into generally in life unless you're kind of a high performer elsewhere, and you have to, but you have to in trading. You have to recognize, well, why is that frustrating me? Why am I getting angry at that? And then dig into it. Whereas potentially people go through their life, they get angry at something, they don't analyze why, they just accept that they get angry, accept they get frustrated, accept that saddens them, accept they feel this way. Whereas a trader, a lot more of your emotions come under the microscope, and as I've mentioned in videos, we want to drill down and look into why something makes us feel like that. So from a trading perspective, so that we don't do the action that we know is detrimental to our trading. But of course that follows on into other aspects of your life as well, because you go, right, well, okay, I get frustrated because of this. How do I recognize that before that gets out of hand and makes me trade badly? Okay, parallel with life is, if I'm getting frustrated with someone or something, how do I recognize that and step away from that situation before I say something or do something or act in a way that's not in my best interest? So there's all those kind of things, isn't there? Extra excitement, this, that, the other. I'm recognizing, I think the other thing is that mistakes aren't the end of the world. Mistakes are damaging in trading, but it's not one mistake generally that's going to damage you. It's the consequence of multiple mistakes steering you down the path. Let's just, if we put it into a scenario of somebody losing weight, it's not that one chocolate bar that's going to upset them completely, or that one kind of piece of cake. It's if they eat the whole cake because they think, well, I've made a mistake, I may as well just gorge on the whole thing, or I may as well eat the whole, box of chocolate bar or whatever. I mean, that analogy could be anything, health related, smoking, fitness, etc. Could also be financial. If someone's gambling or someone's doing something they shouldn't be. It's recognizing that mistakes happen and it's never going to be completely clear. You'll get better at it, but every now and then you're going to do something that's not in your best interests, but it's not then allowing that to dig a bigger hole, because from a trading perspective, you dig a massive hole financially for the day, for the week, for the month. It's very hard to get out of, and it's the same with a lot of things, other things in life as well. The other thing is discipline, guys. Discipline is one of the biggest things that actually, you know what, when I've looked at some of the high performers and read some athlete books, not I'm just traders, I like to study all these high performers. One of the things they say is discipline is, Jocko Willinger's got a book, Discipline Equals Freedom, but he's a Navy SEAL. But a lot of the others, resonate with that, and a lot of kind of high performance recommend that way of thinking, because, short-term discipline equals long-term success. And it's with trading, you've got to have the discipline to stick to your trading plan, to not kind of overtrade, to all those things that we know about. But you know that if you do that, you will get better as a trader. It doesn't guarantee you're going to be Paul Tudor Jones, but you know that you're going to improve as a trader. And that holds a lot of traders back, that discipline issue, that not being able to trade as they want to. And discipline is a big thing for everybody, including me as a trader, guys. You come up with times when you're not as disciplined as you should be. And then you know to put the brakes on and step back. Hey, well, I'm taking trades I shouldn't be trading here. I'm over trading. I'm trading too much size. Right. Reel things in. That's the difference between kind of the newer traders and seasoned traders, if you like, is that newer traders, and put myself in this exact bracket for both of these things, you don't recognize what you're doing there. You don't recognize that you're out of discipline. You just go, I can't stick to my rules. I can't stick to my trading plan. Why can't I stick to my trading plan? And you don't drill in and realize what it is and what you need to do to combat that and be more effective. And so, you're looking at all high performers, that's something they say, the discipline to, have a health regime, to have a fitness regime, to have a business regime, to do the things you perhaps don't want to do instantly, but are the things that will help benefit you. And so, having that discipline in trading really does help, comparative to life as well, and a parallel to life, should I say. And I think as well as dealing with people, and this actually helps as a trader as well as the other way around. I feel that because as a trader, especially from someone who likes to look at a kind of price action and counterparty and what the other trader's trying to do, I'll often look at people and say, well, imagine if you were running a big fund. I can think exactly how you'd react to certain conditions if you thought you were right or thought you were wrong or this. And it's then thinking about, what other people are thinking and being more aware of how they are thinking, and even everyday life, if they're saying something, recognizing that it's not the same view that you hold, you don't agree with it, you don't agree with their response or whatever, but you understand why they've responded by that, because they're just acting from an impulse perspective, as traders are doing potentially if they're stuck short and if things ripping. They're acting impulsively to protect themselves, to protect their capital. As somebody who interacting it might react in a way that you don't like, you don't agree with, but you understand, and then potentially you can interact with that person with an understanding and empathy perspective to realize why they're doing that. So let's say you're negotiating with somebody, a contractor or whatever, and there's a kind of argument. Being a trader and having the ability to kind of see things from other people's perspective, from a trading perspective, where are these guys trading from, why they're trading that way, etc., from a chart even, and then look at the real world and saying, well, real world, but you get the point, and saying, well, I see where that guy's coming from. He's thinking of it from this and this. He wants to achieve this, and he's thinking that this is a problem for him. So gaming theory, I guess is the easy, more succinct way of putting it, helps a lot with life day-to-day situations as it does in trading. So just a few things, guys. If you've got any more, then stick them in the comment section below, but I think that covers a good chunk of them. Take care, and thanks for the question. Bye-bye.